this is your girl, Celestine Camero, and I am going to start a new segment on my channel called Storytime Saturdays. I hope you guys enjoy this segment on my channel. So I'm going to be doing vlogs and story time so far. And I probably will keep it capped out at that because it's a bit much to do too much on your channel. And then you won't get views and then, you know, things of that nature. This story time is about how I hid in a closet because I was asked to, because his wife was coming home.
Wait a damn minute.
This person is the parent to one of my children. If you want a story time about how I met him, I can give you guys that. But at this particular time, I was not his child's mother at all. Give you context, he ran off and got married within 3 days of us getting to know each other. Didn't say anything to me. Didn't mention that he was married. Later on down the line, as we were dealing with each other, I had already been attached to him. We went to a friend's house. He had a family member that was there, and she ended up mentioning him jumping the broom, and that's how I found out. And by that time, I was already attached. So that is why this whole situation happened. So he was stating that he wanted to chill with me, and I said, okay, that's fine. And he was like, we're gonna have to be at the house, you know, my wife is at work. And I was like, I don't feel comfortable with that because she could come home early, anything could happen. And I said, I'm not gonna put myself in jeopardy like that. He persuaded me, kept on persuading me and saying, hey, it's fine. She works all the way out in Solon, and I'm on Kinsman in Cleveland. If y'all know about Cleveland and Solon and how far everything is, then you know, you know. So we get to his house, and I'm like, I'm just not comfortable with this. Can we chill somewhere else? And he was like, chill out, shorty. It's all right. It's all right. And I was like, no, it's not all right. And I don't want to go in the house that you and your significant spouse or your spouse share. And he was like, it's fine. It's fine. So we go in the house. The moment I step in the house, I'm uneasy. My heart is beating fast. I'm feeling like she's going to come home at any moment. So I'm sitting there and I'm nervous. He like, you want something to eat? I'm sitting, at this time, I'm sitting in the kitchen upstairs at the table. He's like, do you want something to eat? I'm like, no, I'm not hungry. You guys know that feeling you get in your gut when you're nervous about something or you're anxious and you don't want to much do anything like eating or anything else. You just want to get the situation over with or get through it or for the situation to be over with. That's how I felt. So I'm sitting there at the table. He pulls out these Morning Sun patties. They're like vegetarian patties, and I was like, I'm cool, I'm not hungry. So he made a patty for himself and ate it, and then he was like, we're gonna go downstairs. Downstairs was the bedroom that him and his wife share. There was a bed and then a bench at the end of the bed. So I sat on the bench at the end of the bed. I had no type of mind frame to do anything intimate with him or anything. It didn't even cross my mind. So I'm like, you sure we can't just chill upstairs in the kitchen? I feel more comfortable there. That way if she come home early, we're not doing anything, and she sees me and she sees you when she walks in, and then blah, blah, blah. He's like, no, it's cool, we going downstairs. We get downstairs. My heart is like going a mile a minute. It's just going like real fast. I'm nervous. I'm scared. And he like, it's all right, sure, she ain't gonna come home. She ain't gonna come home. He went back upstairs and put something underneath like the doorknob, I guess. So like when she uses her key, she can't get into her own domain. And right there, I didn't even know that that was what he was doing, but after everything erupted, that's when I found out that he had something up against the door. So we're downstairs, and as we're downstairs, and I'm sitting on the bench, and he's laying in the bed, he gets up after he's chilling for a minute after he done ate, and he starts to take his clothes off. I have on all of my clothes, and I'm sitting on the foot bench at the foot of the bed. I'm sitting there, I'm nervous, I'm scared because I'm watching him take his clothes off. He takes his shoes off, then he takes his pants off, then he takes his shirt off. Now he's down to like his silk basketball shorts and his tank top. I'm like, whoa, why is he taking off his clothes? And I'm getting really, really nervous by now, because I'm like, he taking off all his daggone clothes, and I'm like, I hope he stayed just like that in his basketball shorts and his wife beater. I'm like, if he takes off anything else, I'm not gonna know what to do, because at that point, I'm like, I'm not thinking about sleeping with this man, none of that, blase, blase. So, as I'm sitting there at the foot of the bench, he's chilling. He gets in the bed and he's talking to me. Small talk, short talk, having like little conversations. And I'm just basically like, you know, turning around and responding to him, because I'm at the foot of the bed and he's in the bed. So I'm turning to him, giving him his responses, having conversation back and forth that way. But meanwhile, we're having this back and forth conversation. It's the fact that he ain't got no clothes on but his chill at home clothes. And it's the fact that I got on all my clothes, and I'm worried, like, why are you taking off your clothes? I want to go home, or I want to go back to where I was at. And the fact that he took his clothes off made me feel like he was getting a little too comfortable. So we're chilling. He lays in the bed, and he gets up to walk around, and I'm sitting on the bench still nervous. The whole time I was nervous, y'all. There's a knock at the door. I guess she tried to use her key and she couldn't get in. There was a knock at the door. I was like, oh my God. Now, when I heard that knock, I got scared. He said, hold on, shorty, hold on. He called me shorty. Now, those of y'all who don't know, I'm 4'9", so I am really a short girl. So he goes upstairs, and he has no choice but to let her in. She comes in, and I hear, why is there something up against the door? What's the reason for something to be up against the door? What's going on in here? And I'm like, oh my God. But before he had went upstairs to get the door, by this time I'm in the closet, because he's like, I need you, shorty, you need to get in the closet. You need to get in the closet. I'm like, no, I can sit upstairs at the table. I don't need to sit in the closet. He's like, get in the closet, get in the closet. I'm like, get in the closet. We're not doing nothing. Why come we can't sit upstairs at the table? We weren't doing anything. And you're making it look like we did something if I get in the closet. He's like, shorty, just please, get in the closet. So to soothe his mind and make him feel better, I go ahead and I get in the closet. And I'm like, not wanting to do that. I'm wanting to go upstairs and sit at the table. If she come in, we can explain it from there. Like, hiding me in the closet is like making it look like, you know, you doing something you ain't got no business. Now, it looks like that because you don't have on, you know, the correct attire if you're chilling with company. So I'm hearing, why you got something up against the door? What's the problem? What's going on? I was in the closet by this time, but I could hear them. And so I guess he said she did like a 180 or a 360. I don't know. It was from him having something up against the door, and then just, I don't know. So she does this whatever circle and comes down in the basement. When I tell you, they came downstairs and I heard them arguing about what was going on, I'm just like, oh my God, this is about to be something it doesn't have to be. And so they're arguing, and he's looking at me, I'm looking at him. She's crying, talking about whatever's going on, and asking him why, and basically pleading with him and everything. And I'm like, whoa. So I tell her, I soothe her mind. I said, well, we weren't doing nothing. She was like, either y'all just got done or y'all just was about to. And I'm like, no. She was like, well, you got your clothes on and he's in a tank top and some basketball shorts, which is something he chill in when we at the house and it's just me and him. Something was going on. Now, what was going on? I'm like, there was nothing going on. We didn't do anything. And I told him, you know, we didn't have to be down here in this basement. She was like, well, why come you couldn't sit at the table? When she said that, I'm like, I told him that because we weren't doing anything. And she had the notion, because of how he was dressed, that either we just got started and was about to, or we just got done. And it was neither. Right hand of God, it wasn't even that. So after that,
and he looks at me and I look at him,
and we just went back and forth, and I'm looking like, what you gonna do? In this mind, I'm like, what's about to happen? Is he about to leave me stranded and make me find my way home or whatever? Because I told him I didn't want to do this. So I'm worried about that. So what he does is, he talks to me, the kids, he says, shorty, go get in the car, go get in the car. I get in the car. I'm sitting in the car for like 10 minutes. I guess they in the house arguing. He comes out within 10, 15 minutes. He gets in the car. I'm sitting in the passenger side. He like, shorty, I know that this was much for you and you didn't want to do this anyway. He was like, but I gotta be honest with you. I had plans on tearing that ass up. And I was like, what? I was like, he was like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I wanted to. I'm like, whoa. It's like, he really planned on doing something with me. And I was like, that didn't even cross my mind. But I kind of knew when he was taking off all his clothes, because it was making me nervous anyway. And I was just like, no, I'm not on that. So he ended up taking me back to the place and admitting that that was the plan, that he was going to tear it up. Like, basically, you was going to cheat on your wife. Okay. All right. Whatever. And I had already gotten acquainted with him, gotten used to him. And it's just like, it was a lot. So that is a story about him making me get in the closet because his wife came home early. And as you know, I'm gonna give y'all my slogan, and I hope you enjoyed this story time, and we'll be back for another one next Saturday. But always remember, when I do a story time, it gets crazy. I'll see y'all on the next one.